Kendrick Lamar lit the stage on fire during the Super Bowl halftime performance, but while millions of fans around the world praised him for making history, a small group of people decided to turn their TV rage into paperwork. That's right. Over 125 complaints were filed with the FCC about Kendrick's performance, and the list of reasons is almost too wild to believe. From complaints about potty mouth lyrics and raunchy dance moves to people being offended by the American flag visuals and Kendrick's rumored shot at Drake, some folks clearly couldn't handle the moment. Let's be real. The Super Bowl halftime show is no stranger to controversy. But this time, it wasn't because someone's outfit slipped or a camera zoomed in too close. Nope, the main issue people had was Kendrick being Kendrick. The same Kendrick who has always been bold, raw, and unfiltered in his music. He didn't hold back on the stage, and apparently, that triggered a handful of people who suddenly remembered how to write a formal complaint. Willie D from the Ghetto Boys broke it all down in his classic "What's Up, Family?" tone, and he wasn't holding back either. According to Willie D, this whole situation reeks of hypocrisy and racism. Let's be honest. Who sits around and sends a complaint to the FCC about a halftime show when your kids are probably hearing worse on TikTok before breakfast? One of the biggest complaints was about Kendrick only using black performers during his set. People actually wrote letters crying about a lack of diversity, like black culture taking center stage for 12 minutes was some kind of national threat. But these same people stay silent when other performers hit the Super Bowl stage, and there isn't a single black face in sight. That's the double standard Willie D was talking about. And he's right. Folks don't say a word when it's all white lineups. But when it's black excellence from start to finish, suddenly it's divisive. Another complaint accused Kendrick of disrespecting the American flag with his visual effects. They claimed his performance sent an anti-American message. But here's the truth. Kendrick has always used his platform to shine a light on injustice, racism, and inequality. The flag wasn't disrespected, it was challenged. It was shown through the lens of a black man who's seen both sides of America. That's not disrespect. That's storytelling. That's truth. But perhaps the wildest complaint of them all was about Kendrick supposedly using the moment to diss Drake. Some viewers were so triggered that they actually accused Kendrick of calling Drake a pedophile during Not Like Us, the rumored diss track that's still the center of internet debate. One complaint said Kendrick used the Super Bowl stage to push a personal vendetta. Another called the performance a sad day. Seriously? Let's be clear. There was no official confirmation that Kendrick said anything about Drake during the performance. But even if there was a subliminal jab, hip-hop has always been about competition, about speaking your truth, about lyrical warfare. And if Kendrick used his biggest stage yet to clap back at an ongoing feud, that's just hip-hop history being written in real time. Besides, this isn't new. Drake and Meek Mill did it. Nas and Jay-Z did it. Tupac and Biggie did it. The only difference now is that people suddenly want to act like halftime shows should be sanitized for toddlers. Willie D wasn't just clowning the people who complained. He was exposing the deeper issue. He pointed out how the same people crying about Kendrick's lyrics probably use worse language at home. The same folks who said his performance was harmful to young people's ears are probably the ones cussing out their kids every day. That's not concern. That's performative outrage. And let's not ignore the numbers. Out of 133.5 million people who watched the Super Bowl, only 125 wrote official complaints. That's less than 1,000%. You'd have a better chance of being struck by lightning twice in a row than finding someone who was actually offended enough to write the FCC. Yet somehow, their voices are being amplified like they speak for the majority. They don't. They never did. For comparison, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira's 2020 halftime show received over 1,300 complaints, and you didn't hear a peep about it afterward. Rihanna's performance in 2024 got over 100 complaints too. But when Kendrick steps up with a message, a powerful performance, and all-black excellence on stage, now it's a problem. Let's be honest, this is about power. This is about control. When a black man steps on one of the biggest stages in the world and tells his story, his way, some people can't handle it. They don't want to hear the truth unless it's sugar-coated or filtered through a lens they can digest. But Kendrick isn't for them. He's for the people who feel unseen. He's for the people who grew up like he did. He's for the people who know what it's like to live two lives, one that America pretends to celebrate and one that it chooses to ignore. That's why Kendrick's performance mattered. It wasn't just music. It was art. It was rebellion. It was pride. And let's not forget Serena Williams got caught in the crossfire too. Some of the complaints dragged her name into it, accusing her of promoting gang affiliation just because she showed up to support. That's how you know it's bigger than music. That's how you know it's not just about what Kendrick did. It's about who Kendrick is. It's about who was on that stage. It's about what they represent. Two of the complaints even went after Kanye West's commercial that aired in a few markets. That's how deep this rabbit hole goes. People were watching the halftime show not to enjoy it, but to find something to get mad about. They were waiting for a reason to be outraged. And when they didn't find one, they created it. Willie D summed it up best. This whole backlash is weak. It's entitlement. It's coded racism. It's performative outrage from people who have nothing better to do. Kendrick gave us culture, energy, and purpose. He made a statement in front of millions, and some folks just couldn't stand it. So they cried to the FCC hoping someone would punish him for daring to be black, brilliant, and bold on America's biggest stage. But Kendrick isn't going anywhere. If anything, this just proves how powerful he really is. It proves that when Kendrick speaks, people listen, even if it makes them uncomfortable. And that's exactly what good art is supposed to do. So while the haters write letters and cry foul, Kendrick's fans are still playing his music, still breaking down his lyrics, still supporting his message. And that's the only complaint that really matters. Because the truth is, when Kendrick Lamar steps on stage, history follows. And no FCC letter is going to erase that. Keep moving forward.